But you know, another thing, and I'm saying this because I know you've got a daughter. I've got children.
Yeah.
You then decide, okay, I want to take two, you're a divorcee or whatever the case may be. You then go to brother and say, brother, everything is fine, but I'm celibate. And unabantwan.
Yeah.
Some of them will then turn around and say, but my sister,
evidence,
proof. So why Makfika give me so celibate? You know, are you confident enough to say to someone, I want to be celibate when that door has been opened a long time ago?
Ayanda,
you know?
That's the thing. It's not about him.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with the next person. And once you embark in any journey and you don't make it about yourself and your God, you will always have to make sure that you entertain the spectators. And if you have to entertain the spectators, you have to bow down. As soon as they blow their whistle, you have to stand and listen to what they're saying. But the only whistle you need to listen to is the whistle of God. So if you come into my life having a child already and you're telling me, mara wena mosuke wapana. That's got nothing to do with you, good manjang sapani. Right now, if you embark in a journey of health consciousness, unomkaba, and then no, start living a healthy life. You are not doing it for me, but you are doing it for your own self. So it's for my spiritual benefit. It's got nothing to do with you. It's my spiritual journey. And if you cannot embark and understand the vision that I'm going to, then you're not supposed to be part of my journey.
Sure.
That's all.
For somebody, I mean, you're somebody who admitted that you were a fornicator.
Yeah.
And here you are 6 years later, still celibate. Somebody may be watching and thinking, I think I've gone too far, you know. Is one ever too far, gone too far for God to say, hey, come back here?
Never. Wow. Never. God is, you know, sometimes the very same sin is the very same sin that draws us away from God.
Yes.
Yet he says, draw nigh unto me and I will draw nigh unto you. But because we become shamed, remember, even Adam, after he committed sin, what did he hide? What did he do?
Yeah,
he hide. And that's what we do. Once we start, you know, exposing ourselves to sin, we hide. We start wanting then to come up with excuses. Hayi soka wonke abantu bayafornicate. Hayi wonke amadoda ayachita. Because we are trying to hide. And I always say, you know, the greatest surviving tool in our churches, even generally, sin thrives in secrecy.
Yes.
Anything, addiction or sin, it will thrive in secrecy because it's protected. But once you speak about it, and that's why I speak about my celibacy, because I'm not ashamed anymore. But it used to thrive because, Sister Amanda, how are you? Oh, I'm highly blessed. Oh, I'm highly favored. Praise the Lord. Yet you are struggling with your inner demons. You know, we are so much, you know, dysfunctional within. And sometimes the very same sex is used to hide these dysfunctions that we have.
Sure.
The very same sex, when it's performed, you know, somebody is just outpouring their anger. Somebody is outpouring their rejection. Somebody is outpouring their hurt and deep pain from all the experiences. And then we are saying, Mfuna njikwiki, and yet somebody is just trying to relieve that anger, is just trying to relieve that rejection. And we are women, and what does it do here? It builds.
Sure.
It grows, and we give birth to what? Dysfunctions. We give birth to broken families, and then it becomes a cycle, and that's why you see a cycle of broken families. And then we've normalized it. Amadoda anjalo. God did not create a weak man. God created an obedient and a disobedient man. There is no man that is weak, because when God created Adam, he gave Adam all the authority. And the last thing God gave Adam was what? Was a woman. God gave Adam responsibility. God gave Adam what? Work. And he even said, do not eat from all these, you can eat from all these trees except the tree of fruit of knowledge. What was God teaching Adam? He was teaching Adam a responsibility with limits. That was self-control in a context to which even when you marry Brother Les, you will meet abo yellow bone, abo Amanda, you will meet abo Ayanda, my yellow bone, but you will drink from this well of truth only. That is your wife.
Hey,
hallelujah.
I know.
So here's the thing.
No,
here's
that's
the thing,
amazing.
Ayanda, is that in reality, we are sitting in a society that is rife with crime and injustice to women. you talked just now about women using their bodies to express. Well, you're talking about generally human beings using their bodies to express a deeper pain and deeper hurt. There are many women that have been abused sexually, physically, by men or anyone for that matter, and they use their bodies to express themselves. Can this person become celibate? Is it possible for someone like that who escapes to this, and for them it is their reality? How do you say, what do you say to someone like that?
Remember, celibacy as well is also a form of therapy. Because you discipline your body. You learn to discipline yourself and your body and your mind. So it can help, but I wonder sometimes, because you really need a deep conviction of the Holy Spirit, and you need, you know, a surrounding that will be able to help you.
It's a very important point. Surround yourself with the people that will encourage
you to do that. You know, it's not going to help you when, unless, if an example, you said when you were with your wife, then you made a decision to say you are going to be celibate. Then you meet with friends who say, "Hayi niyahlanya, ayikho lento niyenzayo, hayi suka man, yenzani lento kuyafana." You understand? You understand? But when you've got a deeper sense of environment that brings you to your roots of understanding your why. Why are you doing this? That would always remind you, what is your why? Because it's important to always remember, why am I doing this? In the midst of temptations.
Yes. But something that's important that Les said as well, you know, they'll say, why are you being celibate? Because ulobolile. Now, that says to me that many times we look for loopholes and technicalities, you know. You say, I must sing lobolile, or we are committed, or because we together, so we look for all the reasons why we shouldn't be celibate instead of all the reasons why we should be celibate.
Yeah, and I would like to go back to Lesley's point to say, you know, I think the church, I'm not saying this in a bad way, you know, as a church, we are not giving back when it comes to the issue of sex.
This is true.
We just hide it under the carpet. Wait for marriage, but nobody wants to talk about what happens in between when we are not married. What happens to this guy whose hormones are driving him crazy? And he goes out there and he's told by his friends, you know, and it becomes a problem. And even in our homes, Les, when I preach, I always say, you know, mntana ntombazana, akusukuthi sithanda imishado, guys. Asiwuthandi umshado. When we grow up as women, we've been grown with a spirit of accountability and responsibility. Ukuthi mawufika uyabuza ukuthi ngo-6 o'clock, where are you coming from, Amanda? You need to account. Then you become responsible. Makungcolile ukuthi Ayanda sulala. So in everything you do, you carry a sense of responsibility and direction. So anything that comes in your space, you want a sense of responsibility, a sense of direction. Now, unless you are cool yena umfana, unless makasendlini, boy, hamba udlala, boy. Unless uyahamba makabuya ngo-8, oh boy ubuyile. Akabuzi.
Boys will be boys.
Less umuyile.
It's a conditioning that is wrong.
And unless noma la endlini, less hamba udlala man. Unless grows up with this spirit sokudlala. Then unless uhlangana nabo Amanda as a teenage boy. And Les has been growing with a spirit sogu dlala. And then dlala because you've been taught to go to dlala for the rest of your life. No mobuya.
While Amanda has been taught to be responsible.
So akusukuthi sithanda umshado, but we carry a spirit of responsibility and accountability. But abo Les mabekhula, most of them, I'm not saying everybody, bakhuliswa nje ukuthi hamba udlala boy man. Yes, noma la endlini ahleli, hayi uyazi boy hamba uyodlala.
I think the most important thing to observe about our society as Africans is that we are growing up for the most part with families that are already broken. And if we are talking about the responsibility that the man has to society, we don't grow up being taught to be responsible, like you say. But that's often because there is no male model that is saying, Les, this is what you do as a man. When you are meeting a girl, you must talk to her like this. You must hug a girl. You must make sure she doesn't cry. We don't get that kind of training.
No, definitely. That's why I'm
When
saying.
I was 21, I was just playing, had no idea how to treat.
Yeah.
It was a toy.
You hear me?
You left no stone unturned.
and not because it's in his nature. It's because
Absolutely.
because nathi, for us to become these women who are always expecting commitment and accountability. Sifundisiwe. But if you look around manje, I'm a 2000. Hi Shem. Aye. Abafuna ukwazi. Because the narrative has changed now. Akusukuthi sebenza phela wena uLesley makakushada uzoba intombazane enjani engakwazi ukupheka. You understand? Now ama-millennium ayakhula baya kunabo auntie endlini. Uyazi ukuthi makafuna ukupheka uzopheka ngoba uyafuna. Makangafuna ukupheka akafuna. And I understand why kumele mina ngivuke ngizophekela uLesley. No, he must do this. He can do it.
Yeah.
He can do it. I want to study. I want to travel.